So, good evening, everybody. It's Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark skinned activist, and I'm the reason why. Hold on. Let me pause this here real quick. I'm the reason anybody speaks on dark skin, colorism, whether it be online or on reality TV. And because I'm a very honest person and I don't lie, I like to talk about, I'll never do to other people what has been done to me in terms of the plagiarism and taking my work. And, my mind is heavy on Brother Malik that just passed, the founding member of The Roots. And I want to say shout out to Jaguar Wright because she is the person who brought this to my consciousness. And again, I will never do what other people have done to me. That's why I'm always going to say where I'm getting my information from. So shout out to Jaguar Wright because she's the person whose interview I listened to and who's, you know, she had a lot to say. And I found out about Malik Wright from her. So I've been inspired by this because I've been doing some reading and looking at some things around, Malik B and him being a part of the founding of the Roots. And one of the things that I read that Black Thought said on his Twitter, he said, we made a name and carved a lane together where there was none. And it just brings me back to the exact situation or a very similar situation I'm going through with all that I've done to bring the issue of dark skin discrimination to the fore. And let me just say this real quick. This is not anything to take the attention off of Malik B and put it on myself. That's not what this is. It's just when you hear stuff, y'all get in my natural reaction to what I hear. When I hear somebody talking about something and it's relatable to me, I give it to you straight on what I hear and what I understand. And I just want to say that I just feel so bad about this Malik B situation. I feel so bad about it because I understand on a very deep level what this man contributed, even though I'm just getting introduced to him and listening and reading and even Black Thought. I'm reading some of what he's saying, and it's like, okay, you are acknowledging that this man is like the foundation of this, and I'm like, whoa. And it's just for a person to not get they just do while they're alive, and for people to gotta speak on it when a person passed is a travesty. It's like it just makes me sick to my stomach, and that's really what's behind all of this in terms of why I'm making these videos. And that's what inspired the title to this video, because it's so similar. It's the same thing, and like I'm not the only one that this happens to. I'm not the only person that this has happened to. We know about man, Little Richard. This happened to him. Man, this happened to so many other people that have had great ideas, great inventions. And it's like, I just can't, it's so fresh, that people are talking about this. And it's just despicable and it's sad. And I just don't like the whole situation. Yale University said only Black people will wait till someone dies to honor them. It's sad, man. All the work that they said this man had did in his life. And it's like, I didn't know who he was until I listened to Jaguar Wright speak. I did not know who Malik B was. It's really sad. So, with that being said, I think about everything that I've done, worked so hard before there was YouTube invented, before there was social media, before there was Facebook. I've been the real dark skin activist, and I did this from my heart and my soul. and people just took from me. Never, it's the same thing. They waited till this man passed away, and now he's so great and he's so wonderful. You know, it's sad, man. It's really sad. So leads me to believe that a lot of what Jaguar Wright was saying is true, because like right now I'm reading an article here. It's called "The Roots Founding Member Malik B. Dead at 47," written by, this is on MTV News. Patrick Hoskin is the person that wrote it. And it's a quote here by Black Thought that said, "Your steel sharpened my steel as I watched you create cadences from the ether," Black Thought wrote in a tribute. So it says, let's just read over a little bit of this. And y'all, again, I want to give nothing but respect and honor, because I will not be the type of person that will take from somebody else. I will never do that. I learned about Malik B from Jaguar Wright. Let me make that clear. And this is why I've done some research, and I'm following up on what she said and finding out that a lot of what she said is the absolute truth. So let me read this article. It says, Malik B, a rapper. Hold on. And yeah, y'all, this ties into what I've been going through. It absolutely does, and I'm in no way trying to diminish his passing and make it, and try to make myself at the center of this. That's not what I'm doing. It's just a clear similarity, a clear core. Sometimes people's lives mirror each other. Y'all see where I'm coming from? And that's what this is. It really is. And I just can't stop thinking about it and feeling sad about it, because I just think it's not right what happened to him. So this is the article that I'm currently reading from right here. Right? This is on MTV News. And you don't even see him out as the front man. That's him like there in the background. Like, what's going on? Anyway, Malik B, a rapper and founding member of The Roots, who appeared on the group's album throughout their career as both a pivotal MC and a guest after his departure, has died at age 47. No cause of death has been provided. The legendary hip-hop group's official Twitter account posted a statement announcing Malik's death today, July 29th. We regretfully inform you of the passing of our beloved brother and longtime Roots member Malik Abdul Bassett. It read, "May he be remembered for all his devotion to Islam and innovation as one of the most gifted MCs of all time. We ask that you please respect his family in our time of mourning." And then the Roots tweeted, "We regretfully inform you of the passing of our beloved brother and longtime Roots member, Malik Abdul Bassett. May he be remembered for his devotion to Islam and innovation as one of the most gifted MCs of all time. We ask that you please respect his family in our time of mourning." I'm reading this because I'm paying tribute to this man, because I feel that that's what should happen. Okay, let's keep going. It says, Tariq Black Thought Trotter, the Roots' primary MC, who co-founded the band with drummer Amir Questlove Thompson in the late 1980s, paid tribute to his former bandmate with a lengthy Instagram post. And this is what he said in quotes: "In friendly competition with you from day one, I always felt as if I possessed only a mere fraction of your true gift and potential," he wrote. In part, "Your steel sharpened my steel as I watched you create cadences from the ether and set them free into the universe to become poetic law, making the English language your B." Okay, and that's kind of like in line with Jaguar Wright was saying. He's actually in this quote admitting that he said he was in friendly competition. So it's running in line with what Jaguar Wright was saying. That's all I'm gonna say on that. This is a quote that's also running in line with what Jaguar Wright was saying. He said, I always wanted to change you. Wow. To somehow sophisticate your outlook and make you see that there were far more options than the streets, only to realize that you and the streets were one. And there was no way to separate a man from his true self, he continued. Isn't that interesting? That people will see someone that created something so great and so original and so organic and so raw. And then they come in and that same thing that they love and think is so great, they want to change it. But the authenticity of what the person created is the whole reason for why whatever lane even exists. That to me is what he's saying. Malik didn't need sophistication. What he created was in and of itself the lane itself. Y'all stepped into that lane that he created. That's what I hear him saying. You always think that you need to change this and you need to change that. Now, this is, and again, I got to go back to the dark skin activism, folks. I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. People, when they heard me talk about colorism and dark skin, what attracted people was my delivery and how I brought it out, my realness, my rawness. And then people came in and said, oh, we like that realness and that rawness. They secretly said it in their head. But then they came in and started plagiarizing and trying to change it into something else. And because they had platforms that were bigger, they were able to make it seem like it's their brilliance and originality, when in fact it's not. That's exactly what's going on here with Malik B. I see it as clear as day. Why? Because it's the same thing that happened to me regarding the first lane for colorism and dark skin that no other person thought of on this earth except for myself, Rashida Strober. It's real sad, man. They laying flowers on this man's grave after he done left. And then now it's like it's okay to say, well, I was in friendly competition, or you're still sharpen my steel. So I can understand where Jaguar Wright was coming from, that he should have been more highly praised. He should have been given the credit on a bigger level. And I could understand, why she would have those feelings. I get it. I completely understand it. And I'm just here to pay my respect. This is my form of paying my respects to this man, Malik. Because I watched several of his videos. And what I could say to you is he is immensely, like, even with me just being introduced to him and who he is, what I can say, is that the man is like super duper talented. it's just amazing how people do this to you. I don't understand. Well, rhetorically, I'm saying that in a rhetorical fashion. I don't understand, but I actually do have some level of understanding here. But this really does bother me that people would plagiarize and take from other people's original work. And then when that person is gone, then they come out and talk about the person. And I feel like further bigging up themselves in doing so. So it's like, it's still not enough, because I'm pretty sure that as a founding member of this group, Malik B would have liked to have taken part in the economic prosperity that came along with the group that he founded. I'm pretty sure he liked to take advantage of that. You know? Let me keep reading some of this article here because I think it's very interesting. This expose, I think, is interesting. The quotes say, and we're still talking about Black Thought's quote, "I always wanted to change you, to somehow sophisticate your outlook and make you see that there were far more options than the streets, only to realize that you and the streets were one. And there was no way to separate a man from his true self," he continued. "My beloved brother militant, I can only hope to have made you as proud as you made me. The world just lost the real one." And see, that's the thing. People like to come in and water down the real, the authenticity. They like to they love what you have. They love it. They wish that they were you. They wish that they had your authenticity, that they could just bring it like you, that they could have been the creator. But if they can't have it, they might have bigger platforms. And then what they do is they water it down. And then it becomes this, it's definitely not as good as the original, and never be the original. But because people have these big platforms, people are fooled into believing that this is something new and good. And I see that there's some similarities here. What I'm saying. So let's keep going. So here's another tweet. He says, "We made a name and carved a lane together where there was none. We made a name and carved a lane together where there was none. We resurrected a city from the ashes, put it on our backs and called it Idelf." I hope I'm saying that right. "In friendly competition with you from day one, I always felt as if I possessed only a mere fraction of your true gift and potential." Wow. Only a mere fraction. That's saying something. At least he's giving him his props here after, but this is afterwards. Let me go down and read, because I already read that quote, so I'm gonna finish reading the article. "After Black Thought and Questlove began the roots in earnest in Philadelphia, after meeting in high school, they added Malik, whose potent verses were felt on the group's earliest albums, used to make plots against the herringbones herb. But now all I do, disperse the verb, and like a nerd, I can make you say he's superb," he raps on 1995's Proceed, a single from the Do You Want More album, in the song's video. He shares a stage with Black Thought and eventually the rest of the band as they slowly but surely command the entire crowd of listeners. Malik is also seen in the videos for 1995's Distortion to Static, and 1996, What They Do, no subtitles, and Clones. His final words on that song, "I annihilate your type if you violate," were later sampled by the producer, The Alchemist, and used as the hook for Annihilation. Wow. See how they take it? That's the thing. People will listen to what you say, they see your brilliance, and then they'll take it and spin it for themselves or into something else. See? I just said that. This is my first time reading this article. Let me keep reading. A 2000 track from Los Angeles hip hop group, Dilated Peoples. Let's keep going. Though Malik was no longer part of the Roots after their 1999 Grammy-winning album, Things Fall Apart. Oh, Things Fall Apart. What's the name of the author there? Y'all know that's a gosh. Is it Wole Soyinka? Things Fall Apart. I read it so long ago, and I'm trying to think of. I hope I got the author name right. Things Fall Apart. Chinua Achebe. I knew I was gonna come up with it. That's his name. Chinua Achebe. If y'all get a chance, read Things Fall Apart. See, that's brilliant right there. That's a brilliant piece of work. So for them to Things Fall Apart is that name. Again, I'm all about giving people credit to where it's due. I know where that came from. It came from an African author named Chinua Achebe. Very, 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 very important piece of work. Extremely. All right. This work is, I know some of y'all done been to college and whatnot. I know that it was a part of several classes that I took back when I was in college. And it's a novel, an absolutely brilliant novel that I feel like it's worth checking out. And they named that album Things Fall. Somebody done read. Somebody is up on their stuff. Okay, but I don't know how that works with somebody naming their album after somebody's book. All right, I don't know how that works, but Things Fall Apart is a very, very brilliant reading that I think you guys should check out. Basically, the author is giving his take on life and society in his homeland after and during colonialism. So it's a very important work, extremely. So check that book out when y'all get a chance. Things Fall Apart. But I want y'all to know that their 1999 Grammy winning album, The Roots, called Things Fall Apart, is actually the title. They got that from the title of Chinua Achebe's book, Things Fall Apart. That's the origin story of it. See, y'all see how all this is. This is my first time reading this. I'm just finding all this stuff that fits into what I'm saying. So when you talk about dark skin activism and darkism and all that stuff, I ain't gonna say colorism because that came from Alice Walker. But the whole conversation on dark skin came from Rashida Strober. Whether it be on social media or TV, it came from the person you're listening to right now. Just like Things Fall Apart. And if you study and you pay attention, you're gonna know certain things. Like when I just seen this album title, I knew automatically, hold up, that came from the title of an African author's book. People love to holler about the black or the berry. Honey, that came from Wallace Thurman. It ain't, God rest his soul, God rest Tupac's soul. But the black or the berry did not come from Tupac Shakur. The black or the berry did not come from Kendrick Lamar. The black or the berry phrase is the name of Wallace Thurman's book written in 1932. Hope y'all heard me clearly. All I want is for people to be honest and not plagiarize and rip other people off. And honestly, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. I think that people is just going to keep doing it, especially folks that got bigger platforms. They're going to keep on doing it, and they just don't care. You know, they don't care. let me finish reading this. On the group's 2002 album, Phrenology, Black Thought devotes a portion of Water to explain how he met Malik and how problems with, oh, here we go, drugs facilitated his departure from the band. It was a couple of things. Little syrup, little pills, he raps. Instead of riding out on the road, you'd rather chill. Malik, for his part, said in a 2015 interview that he was never fired from the band, nor did he ever quit. In his years following his departure from the Roots, Malik continued to make music. He released an LP called Street Assault in 2005 and a collaborative album with producer Mr. Green called Unpredictable in 2015. In that same 2015 interview, Malik spoke about the pair's decision to release an album together. How do you know when you time something? He said, it's just a feeling you get. Okay, let's keep going. It's a lot of tweets here that I see. That was pretty much the end of the article. But there's like tweets here that that's there as well. Yeah, so yeah, people create lanes out of their original brilliance and out of their original talents. And sometimes those wishing that they had that, but they don't have it, they got the bigger platforms, they take and then give a person their flowers when they leave. And that's what it is. So, I'm writing a book. I already wrote the book. It's called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober Story. And that's what I learned. What you got to do is you have to learn to document. You have to learn to document what you've done. Sometimes you got to document it on your own because the truth might not get told. So I already wrote the book. I just need to finish it up. The book, I was thinking about just releasing sometimes you just gotta say forget it and release what you have. I was actually thinking about doing it. I was gonna do all the editing and all this kind of stuff, but I might just release it and just as I write, just update it because it'll be released on Amazon. And it's called Inventing. Right now, the working title is Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober Story. Because, I hope somebody writes a book on Malik B and tell the true story or a documentary. But I said to myself, you know what, I'm alive and I could do it. God blessed me to be alive, and I could do it. And I'm going to tell my story on what has happened to me in this walk with creating dark skin activism and all the stuff that has happened in the aftermath. And how people came along who never cared about dark skin. They didn't care. They didn't have the foresight, the talent. And some of y'all say, "Oh, why you praising yourself?" Because I'm just telling the truth. I got the talent to do it. I had the originality, the creativity. Nobody else had that. Other people only had audiences that they knew how to market and build to. They don't have what I have to this day, which is I'm the only person that can say I originated this. And I'm the brain behind dark skin activism. Nobody else is. They didn't create it. I did. People just plagiarized me. Simple as that. Nothing unique about what they're doing. Nothing brilliant. So I wrote my book and to tell my story. And, it is what it is. And I don't know when I'm going to be releasing it. I know a lot of people want to know when I'm releasing it. Well, honestly, I don't know at this time. It just all depends on my timing. Like, you know, you have to have time to be able to sit down and edit and, put everything together the way it's supposed to be. But then at the other, sometimes I would tend to sort of overthink things. So I just need to just kind of come to terms with myself and Rashida, maybe you need to just go ahead and put this book out as is. And then as you make changes to the book, I can always, 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 always update it. You know. So I was thinking in terms of that too. But who knows? We'll see what's happening. The bottom line is, I do have the unfinished book. It's partially finished. We almost there. Um, it's called Inventing Dark Skin Activism: The Rashida Strober Story. That is the tentative working name of the book. Okay. Um, and who knows? I might just release what I have because I want to tell my story and all its facets and you know, what has happened to me. So yeah. So anyway, y'all, that's what's on my heart and my soul today. I want to say, Malik B, rest in peace. I hope that there's a documentary or a book or some. I'm like Jaguar, right? I agree with her 1,000%. I really hope that there's a documentary that comes out about Malik B or a book so that people can know his greatness. Even though I feel like it's wrong that this should all just be coming out just now after this man has passed away. But at this point, he's passed away, and there's nothing that we can do but honor him. So I hope I'm gonna be like the first in line. If there's a documentary or a book that comes out, I'm gonna be the first in line to read that book or watch that documentary because I want to see it. I really want to see it. I'm really interested in seeing it. So yeah, y'all. If you guys want to support me, which you should, go to my Cash App, $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala, and make a contribution. You can also go to let me see something. You guys can also go to my PayPal, ice cream lady dream at yahoo.com. And you can also make a contribution there. Once again, it is ice cream lady dream at yahoo.com. Okay, it all goes to the Dark Skin is Beautiful campaign. And I've been working for years, um, you know, and just working hard to help people, to create equality and to create better life chances for dark skinned people on par with non dark skinned people, because I believe that that's the way that it should be. And so, dark skin activism, the Dark Skin is Beautiful campaign, is something that everybody should support because it is a noble cause. And again, I have been putting in this work since 1998. That's when it all started. And so I have written more books on dark skin than anybody in the world. So with that being said, my books that are available are Darkism, 25 Ways Dark Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, my latest book, Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. Once again, it's called Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. And I do have those books available, like ready to go if someone orders. So if you want to order a copy, my books, if you buy them directly from me, they are $40 each. $40 each. Thank you, Shavea, for your support. I appreciate you. So the books, Now, if you want to go to PayPal, if you want to go to my Cash App, that's up to you. My Cash App is $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Okay? icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Okay? So yeah, I just want to say, may Malik be forever rest in peace. And I really, really, really want to see a documentary. I really want to see even a movie. I want to see his story told. Like, let's tell his story. Let's tell about what he did. You know? Thank you, Shive. I want to know. It's a lot of people out there that want to know so that we can honor him. Like, again, I can't thank Jaguar Wright enough because she's the person that I found. I don't know if I would have known this information had I not listened to Jaguar Wright's interview. So yeah, y'all. I want to say thank y'all for watching the world's first and only dark skin activist, Rashida Strober, and I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.